This young girl escaped and exposed the dark secrets of Nightmare Home. On March 15, 2024, in Piedmont, Oklahoma, the police received a missing persons report from a concerned mother. According to her, her daughter had been missing from their home at Northwest 7th Street and Jackson Boulevard for at least 12 hours. So they visited her and asked a couple of questions to get a lead of some sort.
Halloween party for the kids. It was really cool. I bought a bunch of Halloween decor, and I bought a projector, a huge 84-inch projector, because I bought the screen. But I had bought a projector Black Friday the year before. I hadn't used it yet, so I did like cool stuff, decorated cupcakes, cool candies, and then set that up for them. Happiest kids ever. They're like best mom ever, and they loved it. They went to school talking about it and everything. So it was a lot of fun.
The Piedmont police sprang into action. It was time to find the runaway child. After a few hours, they found a child hiding under a blanket near a nearby building. The child they found fit the description they got earlier. With that, the questioning began, and what they discovered was dark and twisted, far beyond their imagination.
Yes. Are you going to listen? Yes. I don't want to yell at you. I want to be nice to you, but I'm not going to chase you. Like, I'll tackle you before you have time to run. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to do all that. I want to help you and figure out why you ran away and all that, but...
Can we talk about it at the police station?
We can talk about it in my car first. Yeah. Okay. Do you need it? Is this any of your stuff? Okay. Let's go to my car.
The police officer took her to his car to find out why she had run away from home. And that was when she exposed the horrors she and her siblings were living in.
What's going on? Why'd you run away?
I don't want to be there.
Why not?
She's scared.
She's scary? Who?
The one who takes care of us.
What's her name?
Tina.
Is that your mom? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. The concerned mom who made the missing persons report was Tina Ramirez, a 43-year-old woman who was the foster mother of the runaway child and her 4 siblings. After asking the runaway child a few questions, the police became highly suspicious that this wasn't just a case of a rebellious child acting out, but rather a case of child abuse, both mental and physical. The officers had to confirm the authenticity of the horrors this child had just exposed. So they went back to Tina Ramirez's residence to interview her. And what they found will shock you. Quick one, guys. If you're enjoying this video so far, please drop a like and subscribe to this channel to show your support. Thank you. Now, here are some eerie things the police officers discovered.
Kids in the closet.
No.
Okay. Why would they tell me they've been locked in the closet?
All of my kids said that.
More than one.
No. I've never locked any of my kids in the closet.
Okay. I found this letter, and I'm sure you've read it. It was in your closet.
Oh, yes.
Tell me about these letters.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, why is she saying all this horrible stuff is happening to her if...
She does that. That's how she vents.
Right. I mean, is it the truth?
I mean, those are old. I wouldn't know. Like,
She's talking about being beat up. She's talking about having scissors to her throat. Talking about pulling you off of her and you telling her you would have killed her.
That's when we had an altercation.
Right.
We had an altercation.
With scissors?
No, there was no scissors. She was coming at me.
Okay.
But we can't pull it off because she was holding my hair.
Okay.
Right? And yeah, that did happen. That did happen, yes.
Tina denied all the allegations against her. She claimed that she had never locked any of the children in a closet and refuted all accusations of physical abuse, especially one where the child alleged that Tina had held scissors to her neck. Tina insisted that she had only had altercations with them, ones in which she claimed to be a victim as well. But the police officer wasn't buying it. He didn't believe her side of the story and pressed on, driven by the details he had gathered from the letter he found in her closet.
Typically, what does dinner look like here?
I don't cook every single night, but dinner, the kids will do either, most of the time the little ones, like pizza, Hot Pockets, chicken nuggets, cup of peanut butter and jelly. The big girls...
Jade, you want a flashlight?
Like, I just did beans.
If you need it, I don't know.
I just did beans the other day. Mornings. The little ones eat at school, but the big ones, I'm getting up late and I ain't getting the time to work and everything. I make sure they get milk.
Seeing that Tina wasn't going to tell the truth, he confronted her with the letter written by the runaway child. A letter she had kept in her own closet.
Tell me about this.
Okay. This one right here, I did take away the drinks from her because she was sneaking them. She writes stuff like this all the time, sir. You can talk to her about this. She does this all the time. She'll tell you.
So why'd you keep this one like it's important?
I didn't keep it because
it was in your closet.
I mean, I kept,
with all your important papers.
I kept all of these to show her and remind her, but I haven't got these out in forever, sir. I'm being honest, like...
I don't think you are.
I'm scared.
Well, probably because you've been abusing your kids.
No,
Look how skinny they are. You tell me you feed those kids.
I do.
Enough.
I wouldn't say enough. They like to eat noodles. What kid can get fat off of noodles?
My kids. I feed my kids noodles all the time. They're fatter than hell. At least not skin and bones like this.
They eat noodles and crackers with it.
And spaghetti and meatballs and Hot Pockets and pizza and hot dogs and all kinds of nutritious things. Those kids are malnutritioned, Tina.
Well, I give them canned vegetables. Does that count?
That's healthy,
Apples.
yeah.
After reading the letter, Tina Ramirez began admitting to some of the allegations. The officer, still dissatisfied with her attempt to downplay the situation, read a portion of the letter aloud. Slowly but surely, Tina admitted that she had abused the children to a certain extent. She also confessed to not taking them to the hospital when sick. Officers also pointed out another detail in the letter, a detail they could clearly see proof of around the house. Why were there cameras everywhere? Why were the fridge and pantry locked? Here's what Tina had to say.
Is all the food locked up?
To keep them from sneaking it, stealing it, things like that.
Why?
The freezer, you notice, isn't locked up. They don't usually get in the freezer and mess with that stuff, but the stuff that they can grab quick.
Let me ask you a question.
That's why.
These kids causing problems, you got to take that extra step. I get it. But like their cameras, locks. They're running away constantly. They're writing letters, but because they're out of options. They don't know what else to do anymore. Like they're expressing their feelings on paper because they've got no one to talk to because they don't go to school and they don't go to counseling and they don't go to the doctor and all they do is sit around here and get starved. And what am I supposed to tell anybody that asks me why you shouldn't go to prison? What do I tell somebody, Tina? Because I just didn't feel like taking them to the doctor?
No.
You've got $60,000, $80,000 cars in the garage, but you can't afford enough food, so you lock it up.
The officer had to put the interview to a stop for the day. His emotions were getting in the way, and he didn't want to be unprofessional.
Let's reconvene tomorrow, because I'm getting frustrated and that's unprofessional, and I apologize for that.
Actually, you know what? You're doing your job.
Thank you.
You're doing your job.
Thank you, Tina.
You're absolutely welcome.
But before he left Ramirez's residence along with his team, he had one last question.
Oh, I guess I do need to ask you a couple more questions.
Yes.
Several of your kids confirmed that you have tased one of these kids with that taser.
No, as I was telling her earlier, we do the bzz, 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 right?
Yeah.
And we even do it with the dogs. Bzz, bzz, bzz. So physically, bzz, no, I'm not.
Like how close have you put it to the kids?
One time I got real close on accident because we were playing around. But as far as, no.
Okay, then the bzz, bzz, bzz game, like how close are you?
Oh, not that close.
I know, but you're not telling me the distance,
Oh.
like with inches? I think 6 inches is what you just showed
Yeah,
me.
we pop it. Like, oh, it's like, did you find it?
I did.
Yeah, it's little. It don't hit them.
Tina claimed that they only used the taser to play games with each other. Nothing serious. But the kids, on the other hand, told the officers that it wasn't just a game. One of them had been tased in the eye. No action took place that day. The police officers left quietly. But 4 days later, on the 19th of March, they returned to Tina's home to make an arrest. They also arrested her husband, 26-year-old Anthony Ibeziako.
You're coming with me. We're going to jail today.
We're going to jail.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm just being straight with you. I don't want to argue and fight and all that, but that's what's going on this morning.
Okay.
So get some shoes on, what you need to do, and then we're gonna head out.
Okay, I'll get dressed.
Okay. I'm not gonna stay out here though. I'm gonna come in just so I make sure you don't.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
I just you just go to jail. That's all.
I'm not.
Hold that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just stand right there and be helpful.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
You can lock those so that they don't get tight when you put your hands down. Separate them real quick. I can't see in there.
And so they headed to the station.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we can't send you guys back there.
Okay.
Now, when officers tried talking to Tina, she invoked her right to remain silent. Anthony, on the other hand, claimed that he was unaware of the abuse and neglect happening under that roof.
What should I have done? Because at the same time, I did make sure I told her. I was like, hey, like, I asked her.
You knew what you were getting yourself into, man. I mean, like, you should have taken him to the doctor. You should have taken him to somebody, a professional.
I'm not. They're adopted. I'm not on their paper as like that.
I know that, but you got to know the family before you even got married.
Right.
You got to know the family and made sure that was something you wanted to be a part of.
Right.
So when you marry a woman with kids, those are your kids, your stepdad.
She always takes them to the hospital before the start of school.
That's for the babies, man, not the big ones. The big ones need to go to the doctor.
The officer wasn't convinced by Anthony's claimed ignorance of the treatment his stepkids were enduring.
I don't think that the defense of you just didn't know is going to fly for this, truthfully.
I don't know what else to say. It's like I can't like lie. I can't lie.
No, I don't want you to lie. That's the last thing I want you to do.
Right. It's like what do I say? What do I do?
I wish that there was something that you could tell me that you did to protect the kids. That's what I wish you could tell me. Is there anything you did to protect them?
I mean, thinking about it, let me see what I did to protect them.
The police officers also tried to help Anthony out. All he needed was some sort of proof that he protected the kids. But there wasn't any. He couldn't point out one thing he did to protect the kids. He only claimed to have taken them to buffets and often prepared meals that the kids said were too spicy. Anthony also told officers that they were badly behaved, and he hit one of the kids once.
No. The only time that I hit the kid was because of he got expelled from school. And I was just kind of mad because it's like I didn't hit him so much, but at the same time it's just kind of like that.
With Tina refusing to speak without a present lawyer and Anthony admitting to not offering any protection and also hitting the kids, the law had to take over. Tina was arrested, taken into custody, and charged with multiple counts of child abuse and neglect. Her preliminary hearing is scheduled for April 12, 2025. Her husband, Anthony Ibeziako, is also charged in the case. He bonded out of jail. However, this case is still under investigation, but doctors at OU Children's Hospital found evidence of abuse, including the tasing of one child. In the meantime, their biological grandmother, Shelley Yates, is working with DHS to regain custody of all 5 of her grandchildren and secure permanent guardianship of them. She has expressed her complete shock at the horrors her grandkids endured at the hands of their adoptive mother. My goal is to help them on their healing journey because they have so much trauma that they have to heal from. I hope and pray I'm going to be their forever home, Yates said. While we wait for justice to be served, some questions remain unanswered. Was Anthony involved? Was Tina's sister an accomplice? Why did no one call child services if they suspected abuse at the Ramirez residence? We will bring you updates as they come. Now you know about this, you're going to need to know about this next one.